Favor. This is one more, please. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Otra Por Favor. How are you, Yari?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to have Jay with us today.
Yeah, thank y'all for inviting me. Glad to be here. Nice, different being on camera and
Behind.
or being in front of it, rather. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always like, trying to cover my face with the camera, trying to not be seen, trying to be the fly on the wall.
I feel like all artists or most of the artists that do photography or something very creative, they like to just show their art, but not their face as much. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I mean, I think like photography is very like, what's it called? Like a purveyor type of art where you don't want to interrupt the scene. You're just kind of like, okay, I'm here. Even with like models, I feel like I'll try to have a conversation instead of being like, trying to be too directional, I guess, like I'm talking, trying to get people comfortable and stuff like that. I don't know if that's the same, but yeah, when you see like a photographer who's like interested in being in front of the camera, it's like, oh, this is different. Yeah, it's rare, but you'll see it.
Because I've also seen like artists that work with paint and stuff like that, or just creative directors that they're always, even if like they ask for a picture with them, they will always like try to cover their face somehow.
Yeah,
I feel like it's
cool
I don't know if it's
like
something. I feel like that started happening to me, not like in that sense where I wanted to cover my face, but where I wanted to create something other than being in front of the camera. Because I used to model, but then I was like, I got tired of just seeing my face in my work. So I was like, there's something else I could do, and like I could do other work than just being in front.
Right.
When did you start doing photography?
So I did a lot in high school. Actually, I wanted to be like a director in high school. So it's weird looking back on it because we were using like DV tapes and stuff like that. I could like it wasn't as easy as it is now. I did have a camcorder, but like we were just recording dumb stuff, pranks. Like Jackass was like a big thing at the time. So we were just like,
of course, MTV.
Yeah, made like do like the shaving cream thing with my brother, like when he was asleep and stuff like that. So it wasn't anything like crazy, but I did take classes in high school where kind of like learned the basics and then left it alone until I was about 24. And I lied because I did have like film cameras where I got from Goodwill or something, and, take photos every now and then. But I got my first like digital camera when I was 24, and I didn't expect it to be like a career. I was like, I'm just going to take photos, and then kind of landed in it, I guess. I don't know.
So you started like at 24, like more seriously?
Yeah, something around there. I should have did a little more research with the camera because I was just like, that Canon one's good. Like I had a Canon 70D, something like that. It's not bad, but I could have like did a little more research.
Okay. Is that more like a beginner's kind of camera? I'm not very familiar with
maybe like mid range. Yeah, it's not like the most expensive. It's a smaller like crop sensor, which is not a bad thing either because I still use a crop sensor camera. But I don't know. Some professionals will tell you need a bigger sensor. I'm like,
I think it's more so the user than the actual like setting the actual equipment.
For sure.
Yeah, because I did have like a full frame like Sony camera for a minute, and I was like, this is cool, but like with the mirrorless, you're getting the bigger lens, and I was just like, I don't want, like, if it's not gonna make me want to take my camera out real quick, I don't really care,
Right.
Like even now I have bigger cameras, and I'm like, I never bring them with me. Small camera that takes a photo that you need is gonna go like a long way for me.
More like practical.
What's the longest lens you have like in length?
In length, I do have a 16. I have like an 80 millimeter, but that's for my GFX, so that's probably more. I was more nerdy, but that's probably what, I don't know the math on that. So it's less. So it's not. It's like 50 something maybe, and then the 16 to 55. So that's like 24 to 80 in full frame. But I don't really like long lenses really. I like the wide, trying to get to a lot of the atmosphere in the photo.
Basically, something you can put like right in front and like get everything as much as you can.
Yeah, I like the environment just as much as the subject, the person they're taking photos of.
That's pretty cool.
How long have you been taking pictures? So just to give context to the people that are watching, your name is, just tell us a little bit about yourself, like your name, what do you do?
I'm Jay Ybarra. I'm a photographer. I've been doing it full time since kind of the weird time to quit and do it full time was in 2020. I think it was April. I was like, I'm kind of
pandemic.
Yeah, I was like, I'm kind of fed up with this job, and I already said I was going to do it, so I just left. And it wasn't like the easiest year, but I was like, this is like more. Was it like mentally it was a lot better because I remember like I made it through Easter. I was working at a beer distributor, and I like broke down. I was like, I think I gotta leave. You know, I can't do this. And that same year, I was just like, I'm out. Like they gave me a raise the day I told them I was quitting.
Oh wow! You're like well, they had to wait until you wanted to go.
Yeah, I was like, thank you for this, but I'm out.
Damn, I feel like 2020 was such a I want to say special or important year for everybody because everybody made like big changes in their lives. Like a lot of people
found their priorities.
For sure.
Went for it. Yeah.
It's like I think modern days, if you look at it, in this past, I would say 25 years, we've experienced so much. Like 2000, right? We went from, the U.S. having a war, and then we had a recession, and that took a toll, and that changed a lot of things. And then after that, it was the pandemic, and that also changed everything for everyone. So now I think our generation has learned to sort of adapt to all this stuff that has hit us. And to, besides that, also the change from analog to digital, when it comes to cameras, when it comes to equipment, TV, everything. But I think a lot of it, it's good because then we all had to just learn to go with the flow, right? Right now you have AI. So, and then after that, what's going to be next?
I was going to say, now the rising of AI is growing exponentially. It's interesting and it's exciting, but it's also pretty scary.
Yeah, I saw that Neutron movie had like a Grok sponsor. It's one of their events. I was like, that's so weird to like put in a movie, or like even if it's not in the movie, just to like advertise it for a movie. Like it's doesn't seem right.
Have you played around with AI?
A little bit. I mean, it's on like the Google phones, the Pixel that has it like integrated, but for the most part, it really just in like Lightroom, which is just kind of like say it notices objects, so it's a lot easier to take stuff out of photos.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not. When I see it, I'm like, this is cool, but it's okay.
I feel like we're still at a point where you can easily recognize what's AI and what's not. So a lot of people appreciate more like the art of actually creating something real, and not to minimize anyone's AI art or anything, but I feel like once we get to the point where you can't recognize what's AI and what's not, I think that's when we should be fucking scared.
Yeah, there's a lot of times. So that like my phone has, where you can circle things and it'll basically like do a Google search on it. And I usually put, is this AI? Like just to make sure before I like even say anything. I'm like, let me double check on this before I put my opinion on. It might be. Sometimes it's political. I'm like, I don't want to have an opinion on something that's not real. You know?
For sure.
But I don't know. I don't know where AI is going. It could be a good tool, but I don't think it should be the end product. Like it should be, say, storyboarding, or maybe to kind of show the vibe that you're going for a shoot or something like that. But not, even that. Did y'all see like the AI ghost face photos that were going around where people were doing like they were like laying on the bed and there was be like the ghost face?
I haven't seen those.
I don't know. I saw there was one person that actually did the photos, and it's cooler to see the actual process and how they did it versus being like, oh, let me type in trendy AI photo or something like that, or whatever prompts that they put in. I've seen some cool stuff through it, but I'm like, at the end of the day, it just doesn't seem as cool as like putting the effort into really making it.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like removing the effort of the art kind of like makes it like I want to say disposable in a way.
Yeah, because there was that whole like where people were doing the cartoon characters and stuff. I was like, I can see how this could be cool, but like, I would still want to go to like an artist and be like, hey, can you make me something like this, rather than being like taking or just being like, oh, let me just hang this on my wall and it just has like weird fingers or whatever.
Right.
And I don't know. It's strange. I think we'll eventually get to a point where it's maybe more like shunned upon as a final product, but I don't know. We've got to figure out where that is.
I feel like, sorry, go ahead.
No.
I feel like if we continue to develop things with AI more and more, a lot of people are going to appreciate more like the real stuff. Like Guillermo del Toro, for example, he's he's a director. He's super against AI and he wants everything to be artisanal. Like everything on his movies, they have to be real. Like he's like, no AI in my art at all. And when you have people and directors and teams that are still like willing to make it work with like the traditional way,
practical. And,
yeah. So there was this video where it was like a skit. They were like, do you want to watch, like in the future, they were like, do you want to watch an AI movie or an organic movie? The AI movie is $5 and then the organic movie is $200 because all actors are real and like all the sets are real. So I don't know if we're going to get to that point where like you get to pick an AI movie or an organic movie.
I was just thinking about that. It's like, because it's going to be sold for so cheap, then people are going to be, you know what, I'd rather pay $5, instead of paying. But then you're also going to have people that appreciate the work behind it. Mm-hmm. They're like, no, actually, hold on. There's a person having this, in their mind, and they put this creative part in us for us to see. So I'd rather pay more for it. But even for artists now, it's gotten expensive too because of like the pricing. Mm-hmm. I have a friend of mine who is about to release. Well, he's already finished printing the copies of a photo book in Mexico. And he was just telling me how much it cost just to get the book done the way he wanted it. And it's basically per book, the retail price was $150. But it's a book that if you appreciate the comedy in Mexico, then you're going to see every comedian from the beginning to 2023, I think, seeing all of those images of the comedians in there. And it's like a storytelling. So... but yeah, like say, can AI do that type of experience where you spend so much time with people? Can AI be able to replicate something similar to that? I think one advantage of humans is it's just the human touch and the human experience. Because AI can't, they're going to figure out who you are, but at the end of the day, like they can't really, there's something about you that you experience that AI won't be able to feel. And I feel like we still have an advantage there.
Yeah. I think even like today I was talking about that where like I feel like I wish I could experience holidays like I would as a kid again. Like I don't know if maybe AI can do that, but it's never gonna feel like how I felt personally. Even just like mornings, I feel like mornings waking up before school. We used to have like an El Camino, and I would be sitting there making sure it stayed on, trying to keep it warm in the morning. I don't know if AI can figure out a way to replicate that feeling. That feeling's just like, I don't even know if like I can replicate that in a photo either. Yeah. But like that feeling is just like it's so instilled in my mind that I just don't know how to do that with AI or if AI will ever be able to do that. I mean, we don't know. Yeah. What? We didn't think AI can do what it can do now. So
yeah.
There's no telling.
I think AI is good for, like you were saying, it's a tool to help us improve. But you have to be the one putting the work. And I think whenever you use it to do all your work, I'm like, dude, like, yeah, you want to make things simple and streamline things, but you also want to think. You also want to be able to problem solve by yourself. Man, that is based on your experience in your job or whatever. Even in photography, right? Sometimes some pictures as a photographer come out blurry, or trying to improve it as much as you can. It's just you're the one that's seeing that in person, and AI shouldn't be doing that for you. I think you should be putting in the work. But I wanted to ask you, a brief about you personally. You're from Uvalde, Texas, and when did you first figure out? You know what? Or actually, let's go back to this. Let's go back to so growing in Uvalde. How did growing up there in your childhood shape the person you are today? And how did that pretty much forge who Jay is in 2025?
Yeah, that's a tough question. I said I moved here when I was 10 or 11, something like that. So 2001. Yeah. It was definitely like a culture shock. I feel like there was things I had to like kind of break to like fit in the schools. So one thing I remember was like, people from South Texas, like that was like a thing where I had to kind of break because I didn't hear people doing that here.
Doing what? I'm sorry?
They go, like when they joke. They go, ah.
Oh, they go, ah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like,
what the hell is that?
Yeah, I feel like if people don't know what that is, like it's hard to it's not hard to explain, but like they don't get it. They're like, why would you do that? And I'm like, oh. But that's something like I remember specifically being like, oh man, this is.
So you used to do that?
Yeah, I feel like everybody like South Texas would do that.
Okay,
I know like specifically like the Valley, but people in Uvalde definitely did it too.
Okay, I see.
San Antonio stuff. Like I don't know why here, but maybe there's not as many Mexican kids. But it was something I caught myself, and people didn't like react. Yeah, or they were like, why? And I was just like, oh, okay.
Why is he making that sound after he talks?
I feel like people who move here later, like after school, still do it. Yeah. But I'm like, damn, why did I kind of break myself from that? I should have just been like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm sorry. Was I know this is specific.
So like growing up and then like coming to Austin, how was that for you? The culture shock. But how did you adapt to Austin?
I think pretty well. I think it's obviously like more diverse here. So in Uvalde, it's obviously like more Mexican and white people. So I think that was definitely more. It's not even like so much that was different, but I'm just like learning about new things more often than just there, where I'm just like, okay, the stuff is just kind of the same. People you go to elementary school, you're going to go to high school with, stuff like that. Nothing really changed there. But here it's just like you're just constantly learning stuff, especially in school, and being around, like forced to be around people and stuff like that. I don't know how it like specifically influenced my art being there versus
Before
here.
You moved to Austin, were you already thinking or exploring with photography, or is that something you picked up here in Austin?
That's a good question. I wonder if I was. I know like I definitely was like interested in like filming stuff. It probably wasn't accessible at the time, so I never really thought about it. But it wasn't until here when I took those classes and I was like, okay, like I can use this stuff and make whatever I want. So we would just make like kind of more like comedy skits and stuff like that. So it wasn't, or there's comedy skits, maybe like a few kind of like Jackass type stuff.
Did anybody ever get hurt from those videos? Like
Jay's like, well, my back.
No, nothing like too crazy. Like we never like did anything where we're
in danger.
Yeah, just like kids skateboarding and stuff like that. It was never anything too dangerous. More pranks and stuff like that. I think, being here and being around people who are also like interested in like photography. I know, what was it, like photojournalism? I never took that, but I would see people with cameras. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. And then I always saw like we lived with my grandma. My uncle lived there, and he would always get the Source magazine. I always used to see Esteban Oriol. He's a Latino photographer in LA. I don't know if y'all have seen him, but I always wanted to do like what he did. He does, he went on tour with like Cypress Hill and a bunch of like rappers. And if you see his work, you'd quickly like identify it.
Okay.
I feel like that spoke to me for
He
sure.
was like a photographer during concerts for artists.
He does portraits too.
Okay.
Yeah. So you always see it like in the magazines or like an album art. You just look at the albums or, but that was like it's kind of still like a rugged looking feel. Like he shot on film and stuff just didn't look like clean. It looked very, I don't know, of the moment. Like
it had like a
black and white,
like a soul, right? It had like a not too aesthetically pleasing, but more like raw, organic.
Yeah, I think
present.
Yeah,
More like it was like you felt like you were present when you were
right. Yeah. So if you like, I didn't know he was at the time, but like when I did more research, I'm like, oh, I've seen all these photos, and like I can tell like where the influences came from. Him, Jonathan Mannion. I can't think of the other guy, but he did like Beastie Boys, stuff like that. Like very, maybe not using like the best cameras, particularly, but like you're getting the moment. As long as it gets to the moment, then that's all that matters,
So, what type of photography do you currently like creating?
I say it's still portraits, but I feel like I gotta get out of Austin to do anything that I'm like really hyped about. I have done stuff like more so outdoors, like just kind of finding like a good field, and I feel like I have more fun with that. But like downtown Austin or stuff like that, I'm like, what can I do that different, But I do like a lot of like street photography, like just going to a new city, just walking around and seeing what we can find. I think the last like big trip that I enjoyed was like a few years ago. We went to San Francisco for, I think it was during Cinco de Mayo, and they had like a lowrider show, and I was like, oh, this is like amazing. All like the whole like area we were in, the I can't remember what the area is called, but
was it like a parade?
Not necessarily. I think there was a parade. I think I missed it, but what is the area? Why can't I think of what it's called? It was like a big like
Figueroa Street, something like that.
It's it'll come to me, I think. But yeah.
We'll Google it.
Yeah, you're just like just walking down the street, and you see just cars going by, and then you get to one, and just like they're all backed up, parked, and everybody was just so nice and let you take photos of them and their cars. It was super cool. I mean, I still like have taken photos and like trips after that, but that one was like unexpected. I was like, we just happened to be there during Cinco de Mayo, and it was just everybody in town.
That's awesome. How old were you at the time?
This was probably, was it before COVID? It might have been 2019. Yeah, I think that one was like the one where I was like, oh, I don't want to leave here. This is cool. And then you get to other places, San Francisco, you're like, oh, this is not
cool.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
It's not so like everywhere you go. Like, do you always carry a camera just in case?
Yeah, usually. Oh, I remember the street Mission
Okay.
District. Yeah, it's called. Yeah, I usually try to keep a camera with me. Like I went to Walmart today. I have my bag with a camera. I'm like I don't know what I'm gonna
Encounter.
see. Yeah, but it doesn't hurt to have something with you.
Yeah.
That's another thing where I like to have a small camera with me, at least, so I can make sure I want to take it out. Like even like I've gone to Yellowstone with like a big long lens and a big camera, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take so many photos. It took like maybe, I don't know, 10 photos that I liked. And it's like, I'm not take it. Once you like hike down or hike up a mountain or wherever you are with a big bag, you're like, I don't want to take it out. At least for me, I know people have the motivation to do that and just take photos, but me, I'm like, this was cool. I'm enjoying it how it is, and don't need to share it.
That's pretty cool. So you got into photography, and then like for you is when did it become a full-time job, and when you were like, okay, I'm actually getting paid for this, and how did it feel getting your first paycheck as a photographer?
So like I was getting work it was mostly on weekends. While I was working that job, I was doing the like beer distributor, so I'd stock shelves or clean draft lines and stuff like that. And it was getting to the point where I was like, man, I'm getting offered to go shoot these things. I think during the pandemic when they did the Black Lives Matter thing on the Congress, we did that mural. I got invited to go do that, and I was like, man, I'm like missing out on so much stuff by working. I just gotta like leave. I said like my biggest one was I did something with Toyota. I don't know if they liked the photos because they never shared them, but that one was like a pretty big check. And I was like, oh, this is like I can do this. Yeah. That might have been that first year, 2020. Maybe it was 2021. But yeah, that was the one where I'm like, see, like if you show that you're available, a lot of times like stuff just kind of comes a little easier. Or, I think like having that job just kind of would slow me down, where I wasn't like sharing or interacting. Social media helps, like as much as like it's annoying sometimes. Like it helps a lot.
I know that feeling when you have to go to your day job and you're missing all these opportunities, or like you're at your day job and it's like, I could be doing something else. Why am I still here? But gladly you got out of it. Was it hard? Because I know that sometimes like you keep your job because it's a consistent pay. Was it hard to make that jump or that decision, or were you like thinking about it for a while and then you finally were like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it?
Yeah, I was thinking about it for a minute. I was there I think 7 years, and I think the reason I even stayed that long was because I was like, I need the push to get out of this. I was like, I don't want to get a job where I'm like comfortable and never want to quit, you know. I think just and then also like that last year I was getting to the point where they wanted me there at like 4 a.m. So I'd be like falling asleep while I'm driving out to like Lockhart and stuff. So I'm like, I can't, like this is starting to get dangerous. I can't be out here like this. The question was like, what like,
was it hard, or like,
what was it hard?
or like, was there any particular something that made you say, you know what, I'm done? Like, I know this is what I want to pursue.
What made me like leave was that last year of COVID. Like we were getting the same amount of work, but being pushed to like leave at earlier times. They're like, yeah, you're going to be working the same. You'd be getting the same amount of stuff in, stocking the shelves, and then we want you to leave at this say like 1. Where I'm like, I'm not going to get this done, and like someone else is going to have to come help me. So that really sucked, and that kind of pushed me to want to leave even more. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have done it during the pandemic, but or especially that first year. At that time, we didn't even know how long I was going to be. I was like, oh, it'll be just like a few months, and we'll be back to it.
A week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, I remember like just a few months. 3 months will be good. It took fucking 2 years or so. Yeah,
something like that. I remember wanting to go to movies. I'm like, my regret is like not traveling more, but at the time I was like, if nobody's on the flights, like what's going to matter? But at the same time, I was like, everything's going to be closed. It's going to be kind of annoying. But I wouldn't say like the transition was too difficult. That first year, like I said, was a little it was slower. It wasn't like I wasn't doing as much, but once we started getting back, it started getting up and people seeing how much I was doing. I think I was doing stuff with Free to Friday around then. They were doing stuff at Cheer Up Charlie's, and I started doing stuff for their events. And I was like, okay, like the more a lot of event work gets you networking.
For sure.
Yes, and I don't know. I was for a moment like, I don't like this event stuff, and then the more I would like meet and shake hands, that really helps a lot. Like, and then now I think I like events more than I expected. Yeah. So I'm kind of getting it. Well, I got it, but I'm getting a lot more where I'm like, okay, I could make a living just doing events if I really wanted to. And even these daytime events, like I do one called Coffee and Chill, where I'm out there like it's like 10 a.m. to noon. So I'm trying to figure out how to like use flash during the daylight and stuff like that and make it look good. And that was cool trying to, because I knew how to use flash for a while, and you can always do it in the dark club, fine. But using it in the daytime and making photos people look good in the daytime is different, where it's terrible like overhead light and stuff like that. But it's cool to still be able to learn how to do stuff in like being into photography this lately. And like I said, I've been doing it at least 11, 12 years at this point. So yeah, just learning new stuff is always cool.
Before like doing event photography, did you consider yourself as an introvert, extrovert?
I know definitely when I was younger, I was more introverted. I would always be like, want to get my mom to like ask people to do stuff for me. But now I'm like, I don't, like I'm shameless now, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I don't necessarily care what people think about me anymore. I don't know if that's something that as like you get older and you just kind of like whatever, or just get like photography to get people comfortable. You kind of have to be
to project that.
Yeah.
Too, right. Like.
Yeah, be like comforting to people. You don't want to be like overbearing. You have to you just got to be self-aware and know how you're coming off to people, and just yeah. I mean.
Do you work with models a lot?
Yeah, I'd say most of like my personal work ends up being with models. I try to do stuff with like friends. I wouldn't say models particularly. Like I do like stuff with models, obviously, but like I like just doing work with people who like cool style. Like I'd rather someone like a friend who just like, oh, that's a cool outfit. Can we go shoot that? Like, it doesn't have to be someone who's ever like. There's a few people I've reached out to who are like, hey, if you want to try, you can try, and if you don't like it, we'll delete it. It's all good. Like I just want to see like what it would look like, and if you would like them, then we'll keep them. Sure. But yeah, mostly like model. A lot of portrait. I feel like every now and then, like when the car shows are going on, I'll go out too and take photos of those, but just haven't as much lately.
Yeah. Cool.
Have you ever had a bad experience with models or friends or people you reach out to where you're like, damn, I don't know how.
It was a tough one.
Tough one.
I feel
I'm always asking these intriguing questions.
Yeah,
I want to know the tea.
I know, right?
I want to know the tea.
There was one with like when I first started where she just kept like changing the edits on, and when she was posting them, like what. But
like she would put filters on your pictures.
I'm like, at this point, I'm like, all right, just don't tag me in it. But at the time, I'm like, that's like my work. Why put effort into that? Like, why are you doing that? And then like more recent, I decided I don't want to do weddings. I don't like doing weddings. That's something else. You're also like trying to make someone feel good, and I don't know. It's too much. I'm like, just let me take the photos. Like, I don't want to be in between. Like, I don't know. People get like very tied up on their weddings and don't realize how they're coming across and being kind of rude or mean, and you're just like, all right.
They're all stressed out or no, but I understand what you mean.
It's like a whole. You just got to take a beating if you like wedding stuff, and I'm sure there's people that have like great clients and they're like, all right, just do what you want. But I've done like a few, and I'm like, it's not my thing. I'll be like a second photographer, but not
the main one.
Yeah.
I think the second photographer for weddings is perfect because you go shoot, you go give the SD card to the person, they pay you for the same night, and adios.
Peace out.
Yeah,
Peace out.
Best part.
So let's take a quick break, and we're gonna play one song, which is from the Tierras.
Yes.
Can't Stop the World. By the way, you've done a couple work with them. That's a shot for I think one of their projects they released, but also they hired you to do ACL a couple years ago when they performed. So it's pretty cool.
So I love working with them. They were good people.
Yeah. So shout out to Valtierras. I love you guys. And we'll be right back.
looking for a reason to live with things just the way they were. I came around, used to be easy to get to, sure they got to me just about every way. There's no magic here, the golden rule is gone. Those dirty tricks are falling out the sleeves. You knock me down, but don't know I'm better on the ground. I got so many licks and kicks can make me bleed. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Your heart, true in your car, they've all been broken. You let everybody know about your better days. You got beat and it's not entertaining watching you try to stand up on your feet again. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Can't stop the world. I gave up wondering the reasons. Surrender to a future that feels fine. Those things you said so funny. Those things you did for money. Everything you want to steal is mine. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Why let it stop you? Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world. Can't stop the world.
All right, so we are back with Jay Ybarra. Do people call you Jay usually? But do you like when people call you Jay Photos or just Jay?
So the interesting thing, I didn't mean for my Instagram to stay photo.jay, but I couldn't think of anything better at the time. I'm just like, let me put this, and then it also just differentiates. Like people remember my name, and they're like even if they're like having a conversation, they're like, oh yeah, do you know Jay? And you're like, someone's eventually going to be like, oh, photo.jay, like the one that takes photos. Like it describes itself anyway. So I'm not like, I don't know. It's just descriptive, and it tells you exactly who I am. You're not going to show up and be like, what's your name again?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people adopted their Instagram handle and they're like just okay with being called that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I even have like I wouldn't say like a private Instagram, but like one that doesn't, like I had before I did my photography one. And I'm like, I made that name in like middle school. So I'm like, I wouldn't use it now for photos because it doesn't have anything to do with photos. It would just be weird. I think I had like a few, and even just looking back at them now, I'm like, some of those emails, I'm like, why did I have such a long email?
I know. Oh my gosh. One of my emails was Jaddy_Linkin Park _ emo punk, this, and I'm like, okay, I was 13 years old, okay, so don't judge me.
Yeah, we can't, you know, it's part of the culture. It's part of the era.
Imagine if I gave that as my professional email. Oh yeah, you can email me at Jaddy_Linkin Park _
And they're like,
or even now, like all the you go to the store and they're like, what's your email so we can send you the receipt, and you're like, just print it out.
At yahoo.com, imagine.
Yeah. I have a junk email. It's called just for junk at just for junk 44 at Yahoo. Which just it's like anytime I go to stores, I'm just like, take
Just
that
for
one.
junk.
Take that one.
Even
And
then, I'm like, man, I could have
That's a
shortened that
good
down.
one.
Yeah.
That, I used to be Lil _Ricky, but you know what I noticed? A lot of Mexicans do underscore a lot in their
Yes.
emails. That has started happening since
Is that a
2000.
Mexican thing?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Because I don't see it like.
Did you ever have an email with
Underscore?
underscore?
I feel like I tried to put like a lot of words. So
Like all merged together?
yeah, so I'd have to like shorten the words. So I never got to the underscores.
No.
Sí, entonces it's a
Sí.
Mexican thing.
I know, right?
But
Check your arm. See
Oh, you have the mark.
But it is like, or like the XX.
XX.
Yeah, I guess because you would see the underscores there. It'd be like X underscore, capital X underscore. But you see a lot of like, Mexican kids doing that.
Were you
Especially-
emo? Were you an emo kid?
I don't have the hair to be an emo kid, I don't think.
You were in what?
So my hair's not, I couldn't do
No, but
that.
like, did you listen to?
No, a little bit. I was more into like punk rock or like metal a little bit. Mostly like hip hop eventually though.
If you could mention some bands or influences from
obviously Linkin
high
Park.
school.
You
Linkin
mentioned
Park, yes.
that. Let me think.
How do you feel about the new addition to Linkin Park?
I've only heard like one song. I feel like I was like, this is okay, but it's not the same.
I know.
So
I feel like
I didn't
they
listen
should
to
have
that one.
left it alone.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
Or-
my personal opinion.
or made like a different band because there was like
Exactly.
in the like 2000s there was a bunch of bands just like merging. There was like the Audio Slave with the Rage Against the Machine and I can't remember who the singer was. But yeah, a lot of bands were doing that, just kind of like, oh, we don't have a singer, so let's just pull a singer from here and just make something new. They should have just did
Something
that, you know.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to continue touring with the original song, so they just got someone that could.
Yeah,
But Chester, he's irreplaceable.
yeah,
I feel
it's not
like
the same.
It's not the same.
From what I heard, she didn't sound like even closely similar.
No, I mean, respect for her. I'm pretty sure she's amazing, but it just feels disrespectful to try to, bring someone else in Chester's place.
Yeah, I mean, there's bands that have done it, like Black Sabbath has done it with different singers, but it also just sounds different too. And then they also went back. It's not like he died. They were just like, well,
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, he died recently, but it's not like he died to get a new singer. And then,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's interesting with because they don't do that with like hip hop. They're not like, oh, let's replace them and
bring someone else.
yeah. There's not like a new DMX or something like that. I guess the like Lil Nas X, but that's different. Like it's not. You don't really think of Nas when you think of that, but it's really like rock and metal and stuff like that does that, right?
It's like with rap and hip hop. I liked the era of Jay-Z and Kanye, and that hasn't been done in a while. And that for a moment, that was like a pretty good. I feel like that was a peak moment right there, and that hasn't been able to someone hasn't been able to replicate that, because you never had two artists that were good and they were both like equals. So now I feel like it's all one bigger than the other.
Yeah, I mean, Kendrick Lamar does it, but I feel like he brings in a lot of like smaller people too. He doesn't he does stuff with like big artists, but at this like right now, I feel like he's the biggest artist out there, right? As far as rap goes, I'm sure there are others, but not. No, he's probably like on a different level. I still feel like. I feel like I'm such an old head at heart though. Like even like starting to listen to him, I was like, oh, this is different, but it's not like I was still like my 90s, 2000s hip hop like a lot. And, but there's like some new good stuff that's. I don't. Maybe you'd have to ask someone younger if there's anybody like a Kanye, Jay-Z.
Yeah, I feel like also right now, Latin music is pretty trendy. So
Yeah.
the artists that you'd see competing on that peak would be in that genre, maybe. Well, right now, in my opinion, I think Bad Bunny has like crossed a bunch of, I don't know what you would call it, like
Milestones and
yeah,
all that.
Records. He's getting shit for the Super Bowl, but I feel like, dude, who's bigger than Bad Bunny at the moment in the world?
Yeah, I feel like that's. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like that's not even a statement. I feel like that's like they're not trying to make a statement because of the place we're in. I feel like that's more just NFL trying to be more trying to be outside of like the U.S.
More global.
Yeah, more global. I feel like they were just like they're like, okay, this is topical, but we also want to be known outside of the U.S. That's
Hey, business is business, and that's what NFL is. So
yeah, that's what I'm like. I could care less. Like I'm glad that he's doing it, but I'm like I could care less who it is. Like
Right.
there were people like, oh, we should have been Metallica. I'm like, why?
Metallica?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Metallica and like Kid Rock or whatever, or like country artists.
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
like,
I see.
only like I mean, I was actually thinking about that earlier. I'm like, okay, who would be a good country artist that can beat the spot of the Super Bowl right now that is known worldwide? And we're like,
Did you think of anyone?
no.
I'm not very familiar with country music, to be honest. I wouldn't
neither.
know.
Even then, I don't feel like there's anybody that's like multi. I mean, what is Taylor Swift still considered country? That's more pop, right?
I mean, I think she has, depending on her album. I'm not very familiar with her music either. I was more like an Avril Lavigne kind of girl. Because it was like at the same time when they were like both. Yeah, she was like more pop and stuff. But, I mean, she's pretty huge still. I don't know if she has any country songs, to be honest.
Man, I had this whole weekend. The new Taylor Swift album came out, and I forgot what we were doing at the house. My wife was like, "Oh no, we're driving from here to Houston in the weekend to visit my family," and she's like, "Hey, can we listen? Because we take turns on the music." So she's like, "All right, can we listen to my music when we go there, when I'm awake, and when we come back, you can listen to whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine." Taylor Swift the whole
Taylor
time.
Swift.
Which is like, I'm not like, oh, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, it's cool.
I mean, it's good music too. Like it's fun, catchy.
Yeah, I mean,
I was expecting more artists to do like the theater, like the movie theater things after she did. I guess Beyonce did, but I'm surprised there's not like a Kendrick Lamar or even Drake. I imagine could do it now. I don't know. I don't know how people feel about him now, but
I know it's a lot of drama around.
yeah, I feel like when I
Drake.
see him,
And even Beyonce had some
yeah,
drama in her, right?
I know Nicki Minaj was like doing something. I was like, she's Twitter ranting right now. So
I think my sister told me actually today that Taylor Swift dropped like a diss song against what's her name, Charlie X. What's her name, Charlie? What?
Charlie XCX. There's this isn't pop music now.
I guess I don't know. My sister told me. Don't believe me. It's probably not even true. And I'm repeating it.
no, you're good. But I think talking about music, Bad Bunny. I would like to see him Super Bowl, but hopefully, by then, if he can pull off a country song, a country artist, and bring him on stage, I feel like that'd be the biggest flex. I'm like, hey, I can do what you want and make it sound good. I was thinking about it earlier, okay, a lot of people are mad about that, right? But you know what? Let's just when it's art, let's do something positive with it instead of there's a lot of stuff going on, but I feel like the music is good and bring the vibes in. The more the merrier. Everybody can be included.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I don't know how. I mean, because even a lot of Mexican music would be under I bought that Chalino record and it was categorized under country, so I was like, why separate them? I don't know, just because it sounds a little different.
I guess just the language. I don't know.
Yeah,
it is.
People are like, this isn't the same. It's like they're talking about the same stuff. I don't know why it's that different.
I don't know if the instrumentation would be the same or not, but yeah, it's just.
They've tried making country big again. Like Nelly's tried it. I don't know how many times. Bringing up Lil Nas X again. They've tried it and they got mad about that. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if Country Well would be that again.
You know who's
I feel like trends always come back.
Yeah, Shibusi is good. I think, but also depends on how broad you make it, right? Mm-hmm. And if it's for everybody. Yeah. And I think, say, when I was in Mexico City, I love going to Mexico City. But I was listening to the radio over there, and on my Uber from one place to another, they were playing Shabuzi, and I'm like, dude, they're playing Shabuzi country like here in Mexico. Like that's for me. It's like, bro, like this guy doesn't know what Shabuzi is saying. And I know what it's saying. I want
How
some
do you
whiskey.
know? Maybe he did.
And he did. And then he asked me because I was like, I was singing to it, and then the guy liked the song. I'm like, dude, like that song sounds good. And I'm like, yeah, it's basically talking about like 2 shots of whiskey and having a good time. He's like, what's his name again? And then he started listening to like he added to his like playlist.
Yeah.
But I feel like with music, it's like, bro, it should be for everyone, and and if you want to have fun, that's what it's for at the end of the day.
Yeah, I wonder if we're like, if any other countries are like, yeah, I don't like this music sounds good, but like, I don't know what they're saying, like, and be upset about it. Like, why? Like, I feel like I'm just like, if it doesn't matter and you like it, like, why? Who cares? Like, you listen to instrumentals, you're not like, they're not saying anything. Like, why be upset? Like, I mean, I get that like art is supposed to move you in some ways and it's doing its job, but like, I don't know. I
It's not
feel
really
like,
supposed to divide anyone.
yeah.
I was gonna say, a lot of new artists are bringing or like merging the traditional old sounds from like, let's say, country or even like Mexican music, and then they're blending it with a new sound. So I don't know if we'll have any like new country artists like that, like the old ones, but I'm sure that there will be some projects where they merge that traditional sound with new sounds.
I think there's a lot that are. They're just I don't know. I'm sure at some point they might be more bigger, I guess. Like Jabuzi would be more like more kind of pop country, right?
Yeah.
As Leon Bridges kind of does more traditional kind of country. Charlie Crockett, right? And then but I've also heard like local artists doing more traditional sounds too. So, I mean, maybe it might not be popular now, but it might be eventually. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it will. I don't know. I feel like late 90s did have like kind of a country thing, but it wasn't, to me at least, I never really listened to country like that.
No.
Even like if it was big, I feel like people would know about them,
Yeah. No, me neither. I mean, I grew up in Mexico, but we didn't listen to that over there. But right now, I know one artist. His name is Ellis Bullard. He's local, and he does like pretty traditional country. It's pretty cool. It's actually going to be your next episode on Up and Up.
I was about to ask, is that a plug for Up and Up?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's going to be on the Up and Up. We recorded at Terry Black's on Lockhart, Texas. He's pretty cool. I have another friend. His name is Fabre, and he does country in Spanish, and it's like legit country too.
Oh, that's cool.
See,
Actually, I love like hearing. A lot of times you end up like even just events that I do, and you're like, I don't know any of these artists, and then they surprise you. You're like, oh, I actually might like country or or something. I mean, for the most part, I like all music, but when it's like a country artist, you're like, oh, this is like they're not just talking about drinking or whatever. Talking about life,
some deep stuff,
right?
Too.
I mean, that's even like my grandma gave me a bunch of country records, and they're actually like talking about like cool stuff. It's not just drinking and
drugs.
Yeah.
There's Brad Paisley had a song, and I liked it because it was basically sort of a letter to himself, younger self, and I always remember this. It's like he said, after high school things get better. And I'm like, dude, after 30, things get way better.
After 30?
After 30, yeah. My point of view.
I think.
No, I think so.
Might be right. Yeah. I feel like, I think that might also tie into like where I'm like, who cares? Like what people think. Like just you get more comfortable with yourself, and you're just like, as long as you're financially okay, you start to be like,
yeah, I feel like you do lose the fear of how people perceive you, and you're like, honestly. It doesn't define me, so fuck it. Yeah. Like, I'm still going to do whatever I want.
But you're 22. One day you'll get to 30.
Yes, exactly.
I wanted to ask you, speaking of, growing up and everything, in music, which artists have you worked with here in Austin that you were like, and you became friends with them, and now they're added to your playlist and you listen to them quite a bit?
I mean, the Tiaras are one for sure. I met them through one of the Freedom Friday events, and we did. I can't remember if it was for a song, but it was in a women's magazine here. I can't. Austin Women, is that what it's called?
I think there is.
That was like the first one. I think that might have been my first like magazine, if I remember too. But
Your pictures were in the magazine?
yeah, ones that I took of them. But they're just fun to work with. I love their music, and seeing them live. Seeing them live especially is cool. It's like I know these songs. I know where they're gonna be at a certain point. So like even when I'm taking their photos, I'm like ready for like what they're gonna do.
Definitely doing the bass thing.
Yeah. And then like the certain songs, you know, like the kind of steps you're like, okay, I'm gonna get ready. I want to be right here when they come up. And I'm trying to think of who else. I work with Mike Melano a bit. He's a local rapper. There's some good music too. There's a lot actually. Like I feel like a lot of the local artists I've like at least know or have worked at some point. At least especially like in hip hop for sure.
Hip hop mostly.
What about, coming in and, you're growing as a photographer, and then you're working for Fuji, but also you've done work with Google Pixel?
Yeah. I did one video last year, so I haven't really done like, I was ambassador, I guess, at some point. I don't know what you would call it now because they kind of changed it up. But they would just kind of send me phones. And they're like, do what you want with it. They didn't really give me any borders to do anything. There was twice I went to ACL with them where they're just like make a video with this phone during ACL, and that was pretty much it. So it wasn't like anything. I guess it's long term, but it's not anything where I'm like really in contact with them. Like with Fujifilm, I pretty much talk to them at least once a month. Do their social media, stuff like that. So like when new stuff comes out, I'll be one of the 3 people that makes videos on the new stuff. So
Okay, that's pretty cool.
yeah, that was it. Are there another question to that? I'm sorry.
No. Was it Fuji and then Google Pixel?
Yeah.
And now you're also doing stuff with Pixels, or what's the?
Pixels. I've done meetups for them. I actually just wore the shirt because I didn't have anything else clean at the moment. But I've done meetups with them. They are I don't know how to explain what their website is, but it seems like royalty-free photos that you can kind of play around with and use without like paying for. I don't know if there's like a tier where you can actually like pay for it to use on like say an ad or whatever, but for the most part, it has like an editing program within the website that you can go play around with people's photos and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. But I've mostly worked on them with hosting meetups.
I was gonna ask, when is your next meetup? Because I remember, like, back before 2020, I was very involved with like meetups, and like models and photographers will gather and like they'll network and just do hands-on work right then and there. Is that the dynamic that you guys do?
Yeah. So I don't know when the next one is. Hopefully when it's cooler. I think we did one. So like I've done some with Fuji. We did one a couple months ago at Secret Theater. That one was more. Was there a theme to that one? No, that was World Photography Day. So I'm trying to remember if there was anything specific we did with that one. But yeah, just people come out, network. I feel like there's still people doing it. It can be kind of hit or miss on like how many people show up. There was a moment we were doing some at Native.
Native Hostel?
Native Hostel, yeah. So we do them like inside, do backdrops and get a DJ and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Those were fun, but we haven't really done any ones like that in a while. It's more so been like photo walks where we're set up somewhere, walk to this other spot while the sun looks nice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, hopefully once it starts cooling down a bit, we'll try to do those a little more. I think during the summer it's
It's
miserable.
crazy.
Yeah.
Doing the for Fuji, when you do the reviews, how does that feel for you when they take your perspective about their equipment that they're releasing? Because I mean, you've done for that. Like where I'm going there is, you gain experience, but also you gain trust from a brand. Mm. So from them to ask you like, hey, give us a review about this. What does it feel like?
I usually do like a more in-depth review, like for my personal stuff, I guess. I guess not in-depth, like it's still within like a minute or whatever. But it's cool. I think like I obviously don't have like all the maybe the camera, like certain cameras are like aimed towards a different photographer, but I don't know. It's cool like being able to try stuff out, and it gets to where like I think as a photographer you get to realize that you're like don't really need as much. You need to find something that works for you and that you like working with, and you're just like, I don't know. Sometimes you just want to spend more on new gear and stuff like that. And I know a company probably wouldn't want me to say like don't buy more, but at the same time, like just they have really good stuff, and just find something that works. Like not to say that it has to be Fujifilm, but me personally, I like using their stuff, and whatever it may be that works for you, it will work.
With that. Yeah, you can get really creative with the resources that you have in hand, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it like I said, it's nice to be able to like I don't own like a lot of the cameras that I use for them, but it's nice like trying to play around with different stuff, or like that new XF that came out that's a little like kind of point and shoot, and trying to see like where that would fit in. Like maybe it's not for me, but it's like I know what friend group would use that, or what type of person would use it, or I don't know. It's interesting to see. That one especially, I think it took me a minute to get used to, where I was like I don't know how to use this. This should be like simplified, but it's so simple that in my head I'm like, I don't know what to do with this.
Yes.
Yeah. But overall, like, yeah, I don't know how to get what I'm saying out. It's cool. It's different, and it's somewhere like I guess something I wanted to do as like a beginning photographer, and it's kind of like strange that I'm doing
it's
it.
actually happening.
Yeah,
you get that what is it called? The syndrome, imposter syndrome, where you don't believe that it's actually happening. So do they send you stuff and you play around with them and you give them like your honest review?
So like we do the social media for it. So a lot of times it'll just be here's how I use this for that shoot or something like that. Mm-hmm. Just think about like how TikToks, Reels like that, and trying to make content around
like educational content for their product.
I guess it doesn't always have to be educational, but I try to add it like as much as I can. And then it's hard to like keep educational stuff, because then you're keep like going through like basics, and people are like, why do we need to learn this? But you try to keep like some of the new features this particular camera has into why you would want it or why you would use it. Like I said, not every camera is going to be for me, but if I can figure out a way for someone to use it, then it's really cool to try out and try to figure out who that might be for.
Yeah, to give them that insight.
And from people that, you do the review video and you show it to the public, has people reached out to you, be like, Jay, because of you, I got to learn how to use a camera?
A lot of people have actually been like, I bought a Fujifilm camera because of you. And I'm like, that's cool. Like, it's cool that sometimes like it feels like you're just kind of throwing stuff out there on social media. But when people come back to you and be like, yeah, I got this camera because you talked about it like in person, you're like, oh, that's cool. I feel like I'm actually
influencing people.
Yeah, like
you're an influencer.
Yeah, yeah. At the Bear meaning of it. Yeah.
How does it feel to be an influencer?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm throwing stuff out there and people are just like, keep scrolling.
Yeah.
But when you get that like feedback in person, it feels so much better.
Because I think, I mean, when you're buying a camera, right, or you're first starting, or you want to switch to, you know, a different brand, I think seeing this type of reviews help a lot. Because then you're like, you know what, do I really need it or not?
Yeah.
And now if you need it, like, what am I gonna do with it? And that's when your reviews, you know, come clutch. Because then, I mean, cameras, they're pricey, right? It's not like a water bottle. Oh, I'm gonna switch from one to another. You were talking about it can be $300 to $2,000, so it's an investment. But I think simplifying it from like with your work, it makes a lot of people feel more at ease and less overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because now they're thinking, okay, I know what I want to do with this. Let's buy it.
Yeah, and it can also be like, oh, I want to do stuff like him, or you know, any photographer. They can be like, what do they use, and that's like a good place to start. But not to say that like what I use is the best one, because I've used other cameras where I'm like, this is like the X Pro 3, which the screen was like hidden, and the way you see the screens to like flip it out, so it's like kind of like hanging down below the camera. And I use that one over like the other cameras I had for a few years. I was like, I love this camera. But it does not fit the kind of photography I do. It's more like street photography. So like the idea is like, so you're not just like looking at the screen, it's hidden. So you're just take your photo and just keep going, and later you can review it. But I use it for everything. I use it for events. I use it for portraiture. It's not practical, but I just love the ergonomics of it, that I just wanted to use it for everything. Trying to think of XT5 is like one that I use for everything else. That's like my workhorse for events, portraiture, whatever.
What kind of events do you usually cover?
I do the coffee and show that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That's more.
Is that ongoing?
Yeah, that's every other weekend. So there was one on the 4th, so there'll be 2 weekends from now. Yeah, that one. I don't know how they're gonna do that in the winter, but
Is that like a DJ set or?
yeah, they usually have the DJ, cold plunges, coffee.
Cold plunges. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a different group that I'm normally in. They're usually not around as many fit people, so it's like, oh, okay, like this is different. But it is fun to like just shoot different events where you're like not normally in. You know, because I've done a lot at Cheer Up Charlie's where like, maybe it's not the group I would normally be in, but it's fun. Like I didn't know I was like drag shows, like what drag shows were before that. But then I started shooting them. Like, oh, this is like, it's a performance. It's theater. You know, it's just fun to see, and the outfits and costumes and stuff are just cool to see how people get creative with. Yeah.
Dude, it's like going into that, I was thinking, I feel like when you do photography, you're going to get access to things and people are going to want, you know, to hire you, right? But last year I was working here, and then one of my friends texted me like, hey, can you cover this event for me tonight? Because I can't. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So I get to the place and everybody knew me by Zach, but Zach wasn't able to go. But I think the point of contact, which is my friend's friend, she never told her family that Zach wasn't going. So Zach is a blonde dude, you know, good-looking guy. I come in, and they're like,
You're not Zach.
hey, Zach. But the funny thing is, like, it was in a Christian church, but it was a Hindu celebration. So I'm like, and then out of that, they're like, hey, our kids are getting older, and we need photographers for their wedding. And I'm like, let's do it. But going into that, it's pretty cool because, like, one is networking. You get to see things that you, I didn't like it till like you actually did it and you like it. And I feel like that's, as a human experience, that's also great. I mean, one, you're getting paid for it to work, but two, you're also there, you know, capturing that moment.
Yeah, it's cool because you have to. Well, I mean, first you have to not be judgmental. You have to just be there and what's it called? Experience it without, you know. No matter what you think about like the environment you're at or what you're taking photos of, you just have to get the job done, you know. And it's cool because you're like you were saying, like, you just don't know whether you're gonna like it or not, and you will figure it out once you do it, you know.
Yeah,
I said,
once you experience it, it's like, oh, I didn't think I would have fun at these
yeah,
events.
yeah. Like I said, the weddings I didn't think I'd have fun at, and I was right about that.
And
one.
you didn't
Yeah.
have fun.
But other things, yeah, I did like and enjoy.
Are there any other events that you're currently covering in the city or anything like coming up maybe?
Not at the moment, not that I can think of. I usually do stuff with like Red River. So when's what they do? They just had Hot Summer Nights, so the next one's gonna be Free Week. So that's when it's cooler. So that's gonna be nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I need actually, and just to plug anyone that wants to get to know more Austin, Austin's music, especially when it's free, Hot Summer Nights and Free Week. That's where it's at. A lot of from Free Week, actually, a lot of artists have been here and talked because we got to meet through those events. So anyone that wants to connect or network, that's probably one of the best places to be. I can remember. I know Free Week is usually the first weekend of the year.
I think so. Yeah.
And Hot Summer Nights is usually the last weekend of June. It might be wrong.
I think you're right. Because I'm not good at dates, but I know it's like something like that. But it's also like a good way for like people who are want to do like concert photography to get in and get in those venues and not have to spend any money, and then also have their photos be seen because a lot of those artists are local. You could always just message them and be like, hey, if you like these photos, just tag me and stuff like that. So it's there's a lot of stuff you can get into.
Make sure you credit those photographers.
Credit is important. You see like some of the bigger artists not crediting photographers, but maybe that was in the contract. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting paid and it's in the contract, I get it. But if you're getting the pictures for free and you're using them, I think it's common sense. A lot of people act like I didn't know I had to credit you. Like, dude, you got it for free. Like, it's an exchange, Just put my name down there.
Just a little love. That's all you need.
Mention.
Yeah, it can be like a big long caption. Just put
just the little icon of the picture and then the handle, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because you never know where that'll go. Like, if you want to pay it forward, just that's all you got to do. Tag. That's it.
Yeah.
It's very simple, subtle. The best way you can support a local artist anyway.
For sure. Are there any upcoming small and big goals for your photography career? That you say, like, within 5 years, I want to do this, or I don't know, like anything that comes to mind?
Within 5 years, I want to be a lot more confident with like video stuff. I've been kind of playing with a lot more. When I first started doing the Fuji stuff, I feel like I was very the Fuji social media stuff. I feel like I was very just like, oh, okay, like I was using the camera more like a phone where I'm just like showing what I'm doing and that's it. But I want to make stuff look a little nicer, cinematic if I can, but and figure out a better workflow too. Like, I feel like the workflow sometimes can be a little tedious where it'll be like midnight. I'm like, I think I'm like, can make a video real quick, and
3 in the morning later.
Yeah.
5 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you turn it in and it's like, I love it, but can you change the song?
Yeah.
And then you edit it on the beat.
Yeah. And a lot
Has
of time,
that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Like, I
I'm
love
trying
it,
to
but
think
can you change the song? And it's like,
yeah.
the song is the base of the whole edit.
I try to, like with some of the social media stuff, I try to go, I guess it depends on what I'm talking about. If it's something I'm trying to do more cinematic, I'd probably do more music. But if I make a script, I try to keep it like around that. So then I can kind of find music. But I don't really get too many critiques on the music, luckily. It has to be royalty free, but as long as it matches. Or if Instagram says you can't use it because you're tagging someone, or
Right.
Some of the companies can't use certain things. So
Yeah, because they don't have the permission to use.
Yeah, use it like commercially. So like that's one where you just have to kind of figure it out on the spot, or like figure out what song you want to use and then download that. I don't even know if you can find like some of the original music on Instagram or anywhere else. So maybe find a video that has it download that and then strip the music from it.
Yeah. What I do sometimes is that if I find a song on Instagram that I like, I try to find it on TikTok, and I just record whatever video on TikTok, download that, and then extract that audio.
Yeah, because I think I did one where I wanted like a different part in the song, and the popular part is like different. So I was like, but it's still, I don't think it still will take it down, or I don't think it will take it down. But even then, it'll just have like a small snippet of the song versus like the whole thing. Just weird that there's sometimes like 5-minute songs on there where you're like, can you? I don't even know if you can do a 5-minute reel on Instagram.
I don't think you can do a reel, but I think TikTok goes up to
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because now even YouTube shorts, they went from a minute to 3 minutes already.
Oh wow.
That's like a thing at the beginning of this year. Because for me, it worked great. But now we're making it shorter. Yeah, I got you.
What?
The reels, the
reels.
shorts. No, because we every time we're like, hey, what do you think of this? You're like, hey, cut it here. Like, all right, because I like the whole conversation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm like, no, dude, just 30 minutes.
It's like
30 minutes.
I'm sorry, 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
So like a episode.
Yeah, it's like a quick snippet of what we're talking about.
Don't give it all away.
Yeah. but then you're watching it and you're like, oh, but like, why'd y'all end the conversation there?
Yeah.
But
Go look
yeah.
at the full video on YouTube.
It depends. Like sometimes I'm just like, okay, that's all I wanted to hear, but I don't want to go look for the whole one. But it's obviously like I don't want to watch like a whole Joe Rogan episode, but I'm like, oh, that seemed interesting, but I want to see just that, and I'm not gonna go skim through however long his episodes are. And then especially now, I feel like I don't even know what he's talking about sometimes. It's kind of weird.
Man, I don't know either.
These episodes lately.
Yeah,
Is it getting weird?
They're just different. Like now it just turns to like two Theos that, you know, they just go off on a rant and then complain about everything. But
They're still smoking weed?
I don't think so because they're in Texas.
Oh, but he used to know all
He
the
used
time?
to in Cali. But here, nah, sober.
No, okay, he moved here.
Now
yeah.
what? That's why he's cranky, because he came here.
He's not.
He's not. One question that I wanted to ask you, which is one project that you feel like has been your favorite one of all as of today?
Man, favorite project. There was one where I did the Austin FC, the first home game that I went as like the fan experience.
Yeah.
That one was fun. I don't really follow too closely, but it's fun to go to the games. Let me think. What was another one? There was one. There was one I did with JBL that JBL and Toyota, and I turned that into a little photo walk to like get photos with the truck and stuff like that. But it ended up being cold, but it was still a really good, like, fun shoot that I did with that. Another one where I don't know if they like the photos, but the experience making it was fun. But I still got paid, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So those are. It's strange how you can they can cancel their plans on something, but they're like, yeah, we'll pay you, but we're not going to use that. I'm like, okay.
I mean, get the check.
Yeah.
Whatever they do with them,
That's up to them.
You still did the work, so.
Yeah. Well, like the last Google Pixel one I did was like Christmas or like holiday theme. And I was doing somewhere, I took photos with my nephew, and I was like, oh, this is going to be really good online. And then they like, yeah, we're not going to. I'm like, I put so much effort into that.
Oh, man.
But
have you ever, when you post stuff on social media, do you always think like, oh man, it's gonna be the hit. It's gonna be the picture that takes me somewhere, and then the likes or the engagement is not as there. But then you have a photo where, you know, it's not the best one, but people like it. Has that happened to you?
yeah, I feel like lately I've done more of the collab posts because I feel like it just gets more seen. But there are people who really hype up their friends. So I'm like, y'all take this and do what you all will as on a collab. But yeah, there's a few where I'm like, okay, I thought this out, went to a specific spot, and it was just like, oh.
It doesn't get as much love.
Yeah. I'm like,
I hate when that happens.
yeah.
You don't know what the algorithm and like what people are going to be interested in. Sometimes you put a lot of effort into like a video or just a photo shoot overall, like a lot of production, and it's like people are scrolling down through it,
Yeah.
and then you post something like a meme, and they're all like engaging, and
Yeah.
it's frustrating.
When I first like got into photography, there was like a group of people that would do like go onto rooftops and stuff, and I felt like that was a little too like cheat code, because we were all like, I was like, oh, it was cool. Like everybody who would like be in the messages would be like, how'd you get up there? Can I go with you? And I'm like, I don't want to do this. And also like the skyline, because we don't have a big skyline.
Yeah.
You can only see us from so many angles, but that was the thing where it's just like whatever photo you post just would be popular. So as long as you can see down, or that was like a big thing in what 2004 or whatever. Or y'all remember that, where people were like getting shots of like their feet off the buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was an interesting time.
Did you do several of those? Where you were like, I think was it at the Sears Tower, where they have the little they have an extension and it's polyglass, and you look down and you take pictures like looking down, and that's like I don't know how many floors, but you're like, holy shit, like that's actually a pretty cool thing to do.
Yeah, it's cool. Like the first few times, then you eventually get to where you're like, like risking getting like in trouble for sneaking up onto buildings like this. But there was a few. Like there was one where they were doing orientation, and I just walked up the elevator and just like on the roof. But I don't think I'll do that anymore.
Have you ever gotten in trouble for like getting into any place that you thought it'd be cool to photograph, and then it's like, oh,
Let me think.
sorry.
There was one time there was like someone up there, and they got like in a thing with security, and we were like, we don't know him. Like we really, this kid like messaged us online or on Instagram. He's like, hey, like this is open, so we like went to go check it out, and he happened to be there, and luckily, like they were like, yeah, just don't come up here. And at that time, he like pulled the security down the stairs and everything just to get away. And we're like, I couldn't even tell you his name. So sorry about that, but let us go.
Hey man, all for the art.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, it's just more in the personal side. This doesn't have to be too eloquent or too extravagant, but you're busy. You're always putting, events together. You're always creating things, but taking care of your mental health. What do you do to balance the work life? It could be something simple such as a walk, or it could be like, I go and do ayahuasca in Tulum. What does Jay do to maintain a healthy a mental health, a healthy mental health? Yeah, right there.
I got you. Sounds hard. I definitely need to be better at scheduling work and like free time. But I think a good way that I've found is like going to the movies, going to see a movie. Phone is off and out of the way. That's what it kind of annoys me when I see people with their phones out. I'm like, I'm doing it.
Watch the movie.
Just, and then on social media, you'll see people taking photos of the screens. I'm like, can y'all just for a minute, like if you need a photo to prove that you're there, go do it in the lobby by the poster or something. But I don't know. That's my like peace time where I'm like, not like I don't care how important it is, the phone's gonna stay in my pocket. If I hear it like maybe going off like 10 times, whatever, I'll step out. But yeah, that's
Maybe
where
it's an emergency.
Yeah,
if they're calling 10 times.
Yeah. But I got that. All the theaters have like their own movie pass, so I usually try to go at least like a few times a week and get away from everything. That's my, even if it's, I try not to walk out of even bad movies, but there was one that I walked out of.
You were like, I'm not staying.
Yeah, it was.
Which one was it?
It's
so
called,
we don't lose our time.
It's called Ran.
Run?
Run. Might have been Run. Okay. It was like an alien movie, and who was it? What was that kid's name from Sister Roger?
Oh yeah, I don't remember the actor's name, but I remember The character.
Uh,
He was in it.
No, it was. I think he directed it or wrote it or something. He had something to do with it. Maybe he produced it. But yeah, that movie. I was like, y'all are kind of like every scene there'd be. So it was, the idea was like she was a runaway bride. So then she just talked to her friends. They went to a cabin, had the same conversation again, and then I'm like, all right, this is. I don't care. Like what happens, I'm out. But I've seen some pretty bad movies just because I'm like, I need to sit through it. I got to see what happens.
What's a movie that you had seen recently that you would recommend?
One Battle After Another was really good.
Which one?
One Battle After Another. That's what it's called, right?
One battle after another.
Bella, yeah. I watched Good Boy last night. The dog. It's like a horror movie from the perspective of a dog. And that
Wow.
one was weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was weird. I feel like there's still like some of the story stuff where I'm like, that I don't know if that makes sense, but it was cool. It was different, interesting. What else have I watched? Pretty much anything that comes out, I'm gonna try to watch it. I did miss The Lion King because I was like, I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah.
The live action Lion King.
Yeah, the last one. Well, I don't think I've seen any of the live action ones. Lilo and Stitch, I fell asleep through. So
Oh, I wanted to see that one. So you don't think it's worth it?
I'm trying to remember what all maybe I didn't fall asleep that much, but I didn't.
Maybe I slept just a little bit.
Because now I'm thinking about it, like I remember the end. She like, I don't know if it's a.
Is it
spoiler.
the same as the cartoon?
Yes and no.
Like the story?
The ending, she goes to college, and it's like
Okay.
that. That was like
What?
kind of defeats
Yeah.
the point of the original movie.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know what that change was because she still uses like the alien tech to come visit. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's strange. They need to stop doing that because I feel like nobody's going to those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to come up with something new. I don't know. I think I don't know when I go to the movies now. You know, sometimes if I don't have a coffee, man, I'm like this. 30 minutes in. If it's a movie I like, I'll stay, you know, watching it. But if my wife is like, let's go watch this movie, and I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. I'm like this.
Yeah, feel that.
It's comfortable. It's like cold, so you're just like.
Why not?
Now they have the recliners, so you're like,
Yeah, I don't remember what the last movie I watched on.
Did you watch Sinners?
theater. Huh?
Did you watch Sinners?
No. Is it a good one?
Yeah, it's good.
I haven't been in a while, actually. Like maybe like a couple years.
Oh,
Someone take me to the movies.
Someone take her to the movie.
gotta go.
I'll take myself.
You just
There
gotta
you
get that pass. At least watch 2 a month, and it'll pay for it because it's only like $20.
Which one?
Not bad.
Which
I have the Regal.
the Regal one?
Yeah.
I've seen that they promote that one every time I go.
Yeah, I did think about the Alamo Draft House, but I'm like, man, I'm gonna spend money on food every time I go
Yeah.
there. So,
Right.
nah.
Their food is really good.
And then I don't really drink that much, but like sometimes I want like a milkshake or something. When you're going, you have to get something. You can't just sit there and be like, no. It's like, I guess you can't. You see some people every now and then, but I'm not. I don't know.
I always like to
Tempted.
get something sour. I'm sorry, something like salty and then something sweet,
Popcorn and
like
Popcorn.
savory and popcorn,
Con coquita
coquita, or like a chocolate.
or chocolate. Okay,
So that I'm
there you go. Are you a popcorn person when you go to the movies?
yeah.
Yeah.
nachos.
They do like the hot Cheetos and like Doritos and stuff like that at that Regal. So
Mm.
I like that. Getting the jalapenos and
Hell yeah.
Nice. Okay, let's go to
Let's go to the movies right
Let's
now.
go
All
right
right.
now.
See you guys later.
usually sneak in the pickle too.
Sneak in the pickle too.
Like I can buy these at Randall's for like $2, and in the theater, or you go to the theater, it's like 5 of them.
Hey, economy, man. Hey, you know what? Sometimes the resistance.
They know about it. As long as you're going to the theater, I think they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What has been the most bizarre thing you snuck in the theater to eat?
Oh,
Tamales.
Then say something else like to eat.
To
Yeah.
eat, to eat.
I guess when you go to the mall, you just take whatever is in the food court. But I haven't really gone to the mall to see a movie in a while. Let me think. Remember, you go see the memes where the people have like a whole chicken thing in there.
Oh my god. From Pollo Rico.
From Pollo Rico.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go on a tangent about food. I was like, have y'all tried this place in San Antonio? But San Antonio.
Which one? Which one?
I'm trying to remember what it's called. But it's another Pollos Asados place. It's called Frank's, maybe.
Okay.
Their chicken, their green sauce,
Yeah.
so good.
Oh my gosh, I'm always
Add
trying
it to
to.
the list. Add it to the list.
Let's add it.
I know it's on Walsum. I think it's called Frank's, but I think they have like multiple ones.
Okay.
But their Mexican food out there is just so much better than Austin. Not to say there's not good stuff here, but you go there, it's on like a different level.
I agree.
There's a place I want to recommend in San Antonio. I think it's called El Señor es mi pastor, and it's literally pastor tacos. But they're like those kind of pastor tacos, like kind of like from Mexico, where they do that not paper cut, but like they cut the meat very thin.
Yeah.
So it's really good. Try it.
And when they do the pineapple
See. Yeah.
and the slap, like the salsa, they slap it on the,
It's
in
like the traditional
on
way.
on the air, and they catch it.
Yeah.
So if you like a lot of pastor here, they don't cut it the right way. It's just like chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like ground meat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys are great, but just saying, we've had better. But Jay, thank you for coming. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
And appreciate you breaking a lot of knowledge of your work and everything you've done. How can people find you? And also anything you want to say to the audience? But before that, Yadi, anything you want to add?
No, I think, again, thank you for your time. Thank you for telling us everything about what you've done, how you became the person that you are now, a lot of your background and what you're doing currently. We want to see a meetup.
Okay.
Let's plan that.
Okay.
I feel like I haven't experienced a meetup like how they used to, because I don't know why. Like I don't know if I'm just like out of the loop or they just are not happening. But we should try to do something.
Yeah. We do FC collab.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun. Or if y'all want to do one as like a podcast meetup, we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
We can do whatever y'all want to do. We can make it happen.
I like those type of words.
But yeah, you can find me Instagram mostly at photo.jay. And nothing particular I'm working on right now, but we will be doing meetups for sure.
Let's wait.
Coming soon.
Yeah, if you are a model, photographer, makeup artist, or you're just in the industry, we're gonna announce a meetup pretty soon. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, if you want to hire Jay, hit him up on social media.
Jay.photo.com. Yeah, if you want to book me through there, you can go to my website, Jay.photo. I can't talk right now, but Jay.photo.com.
Sweet. Well, thank you, Jay. Bueno, raza, se cuidan, se portan bien. And we'll be closing out with Burbuja from Chico Selfie. Support them, check them out. Se cuidan, se portan bien. Y arriba la América.
Se lo lavan.
Ándale.
Por la mañana como el sol ya se mecía por tu cara. Luego por las noches era el caos lo que bañaba tu mirada. Querer huir y no sentir. No hay nada ahí. No es como aquí. Con la manera más absurda de borrar ese fracaso. Sáquenlo de ahí, no sirve nada. Es un circo más y la verdad pronto me pongo a pensar, poquito de todo y demás, que no todo es incierto y que el viento te da. La sombra se acerca y se va, te dejo unos pasos atrás. No importa si la vida se trata de bailar. Ir y no sentir, no hay nada ahí. No es como aquí, querer ir y no sentir, no fue la paz.